Now, the Battle of Cuito Carnaval was one of the most important episodes of both the civil war in Angola and the South African border war. The armies of Cuba, Angola, and South Africa met at Cuito Carnaval in 1988, and the battle has been called Africa's largest land battle since World War II. And with all sides claiming victory, it was a turning point in the Angolan civil war, leading to the departure of Cuban, South African, and other foreign troops from Angola and Namibia, as well as the independence of Namibia, which was also linked to their withdrawal. Joining us now in studio to tell us more about the Cuba-Africa Solidarity Day, which is observed on the 26th of July. We're joined in studio by General Fernando Mateus, who was Deputy Commander of the 6th Military Region during the war. We also have war veteran David Peterson, who's an interpreter with us here in the studio, so he'll help us with some of the things that our visitors are saying. And of course, also joining us is João Vieira, who is also from Cuba. Good to have you. Thank you.
From Angola.
From Angola, I beg your pardon. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. It's good to have you all here.
Good mornings. Mornings to the viewers.
Okay, let me start off by asking the question, the 26th of July, what does it mean, the significance of this day, especially for Cubans around the world?
For Angolans.
Angolans, more Angolans.
Quero saber o dia 26 de junho, o significado para o povo angolano. O que significa esse dia?
Bem, precisamente eu queria corrigir a situação de que dia 26 de junho de 87 foi o início de nós iniciarmos uma ofensiva contra as forças militares da UNITA.
What I'd like to say is on this day is when the Angolan armed forces started their offensive against UNITA.
Yes.
During this war.
Okay. And any more to add to it?
Você quer explicar mais?
Yes, I wanted to say there was misunderstanding about the date. Yeah. So the war was against UNITA, the opposition part that Savimbi was ruled those days. Yeah. That is what the general was trying to say.
Okay, okay. You know, in terms of the Angolan community rewriting, reinterpreting, and reevaluating such significant events, you know, how does this basically, what does this mean for the future?
Quero saber para o futuro o que significa isso, essa guerra para o povo, para o mundo.
Bem, eu acho que houve um erro na informação. A batalha finalizou, né, com a derrota das forças sul-africanas em 23 de março de 1988. Vou traduzir.
What I'd like to say is that what happened, it was a defeat of the South African Defence Force on the 23rd, which was a victory not only for the Angolan people but for Africa as a whole.
Right. Let's pose this question to you as well. What do you remember about the battle?
Well, it was very sad because there's too many Angolans died during those occasions. But at the same time, we was very happy to know that we win the battle.
Yeah, yeah. And for the general, what does he remember about this?
General, está a perguntar o que você lembra dessa luta?
Bem, o que eu lembro desta luta foi ano de combate.
What I remember is a year of battle, drastic battle between the South African Defence Force and Angolan forces.
O mais difícil que já existiu na África depois da Segunda Guerra Mundial.
The most difficult one in Africa just after the Second World War.
Onde foram o emprego de todo tipo de forças.
Where all types of forces were used during this war.
Tanques, aviões,
that was tanks, planes, missiles,
artilharia de grande calibre,
and big artillery armaments.
O grau de destruição de vidas humanas e técnica foi bastante grande.
According to the destruction of human beings and equipment was very immense.
difficult. I imagine still it still has a lot of memories and hard times to get over. I'm sure as he sits here in the year 2010, it's still something that plagues him a lot. A very difficult psychological effect, I imagine.
Sim, general. Ela perguntou, não é fácil esquecer pelo que aconteceu. Psicologicamente, apesar que já estamos no ano 2010, mas ainda tem muito tempo que vem para que se possa esquecer o tempo da guerra.
É muito difícil esquecer em termos psicológicos, não é? Porque naquela altura, aquilo que nós passamos são imagens que nós jamais iremos esquecer, né? Mas o que nos faz lembrar constantemente dessa batalha é o significado dessa vitória.
What he says, it was an immense remembrance after that war. But the only thing that makes them proud of is the victory of that war, which they won.
We're taking a look from an Angolan point of view, but it wasn't only Angola involved in this particular war. We had South Africa's involvement, and you look at something like the Cubans that were involved as well, and the independence of Namibia that came after this. So the significance is bigger than one can ever imagine.
Quer dizer que a significação dessa luta, não, envolveu os cubanos, os namibianos, a independência de Cuba e a vitória do povo angolano.
Sim, o significado dessa batalha, o resultado disso deu a paz ao nosso país. Que nós desde 1975 a 1988 sofríamos agressões constantes do país da África do Sul contra Angola.
What he says, since their independence in 1975, Angola was never in peace, never at peace, because they were constantly attacked by the South African regime. And for them, this had a great significant meaning, this war of Kutokon.
Yeah. Just on a final closing note, we quite far off from the dates of the 26th of July, and that's not necessarily what we're looking at right now. Why are they visiting South Africa at this point in time?
Queria saber como já essa dia histórica já passou há muito tempo. O significado de vossa visita agora aqui em África do Sul é o quê?
A nossa visita à África do Sul é nada mais, nada menos, nós informarmos o povo sul-africano o esforço que as nossas Forças Armadas fizeram, não é? Nesta batalha. E teve outros combates que houve contra as forças sul-africanas, né? De que os angolanos estiveram presentes nesta luta, dirigiram essas ações combativas.
General, I think that the reason for the visit in South Africa is just to let South African people know that the Angolians they play a very big role for the freedom of South Africans also.
Good, it's a pleasure.
E com esta vitória, Namíbia tornou-se independente, Nelson Mandela foi liberto, África do Sul tornou-se país democrático.
He says after this war, Namibia got its independence. Nelson Mandela got liberated from prison, and South Africa got its independence just afterwards.
Right. So a very significant war indeed. Well, it's a pleasure having them in the studio. Thank you so much for being with us, and I hope the rest of the trip goes well. Thank you.
Dice que está muito agradecido para vossa visita aqui e pensa que tudo vai andar bem no futuro.
Muito obrigado.
Obrigado. All right, let's take a break.